Action and adventure TV shows channel from Comedy MX spotlights Tarzan, Rin Tin Tin, Zorro, complete Saturday matinee serials Captain Zero, Annie Oakley, The Big Picture, Korea and Vietnam Wars, and more. More! The thrills and chills never stop at Comedy MX. So return with us now to those golden days of yesteryear.
Fair.
What's not fair?
The captain promised me he'd take me back to America for Christmas, where there's snow and where it's cold.
Yeah, I know. And the colonel promised the captain he could go, because the general promised the colonel. But somebody higher than the general changed the general's mind. Down through the chain of command came a big, fat, round no. My boy, you're in the army, you know.
But I haven't seen any snow in my whole life.
Oh, well, snow isn't so much. In the first place, it's not near as deep as it used to be when I was a boy. And in the second place, it's wet and cold and nothing to it, really.
Nothing but sliding down a hill on a sled, making a snowman and throwing snowballs and ice skating.
Well, it's highly overrated, Cuffy, highly overrated. Besides, a fella can catch a cold doing those things, you know. O King, when Sinlot looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even, brightly...
Where's Cuffy? Ah, hi, Sergeant.
Did the colonel change his mind, maybe? Did he say we could go?
I'm afraid not, Cuffy. Something happened in City Bella Bess, and my replacement didn't come through.
Ah, darn.
We couldn't get to the States in time anyway. Tonight's Christmas Eve.
But we could see some snow, couldn't we? They don't turn off the snow the day after Christmas, do they?
No, there's usually some left around.
I was just telling Cuffy, Captain, snow's not so much. Nasty, wet stuff usually turns out to be slush anyway.
He's right, Cuffy.
But I want to see some for myself.
Well, we'll have a good Christmas right here.
How?
Well, you'll see when the caravan gets in from Marrakesh. It's loaded.
With what?
Well, they have a half a dozen 20-pound turkeys and sweet potatoes, popcorn, plum pudding, mincemeat.
No presents?
I believe there are a couple of presents. Aren't there, Fuzzy?
Well, it seems to me I heard something about presents, and there's that very special surprise.
What is it?
Well, if we was to tell you, it wouldn't be a surprise, would it?
Oh, Fuzzy, I think we should tell him to sort of make up for the snow.
Maybe you're right, Captain.
What is it? Tell me. Tell me.
Well, the caravan is bringing a Christmas tree with all the lights and all the ornaments.
A real honest-to-gosh Christmas tree?
A real honest-to-gosh Christmas tree from way up in the Atlas Mountains.
Gee, maybe it'll be a good Christmas after all.
Sure it will, partner. They're hours overdue already. Even if they do get through the storm, the camels are too slow to get here in time.
Maybe camels are too slow, but horses wouldn't be.
What do you mean?
You could take a patrol and meet them at El Krim.
We have no way of knowing that they'll get that far.
You can try.
I'm not going to.
Why not?
I'm not going to risk a lot of men and horses in a sandstorm for a few sacks full of trinkets. Cuffy, this isn't a matter of life and death, you know.
No, it's just Christmas, and you don't care. You don't care about anything the kids care about. And I don't think you were going to take me to America to see the snow either. You're just a stingy old man. this, all right. You better go and saddle your own pony. Why? Aren't you coming with me? Oh, no. Why not?
My father doesn't allow me to ride outside the town by myself.
Well, you won't be by yourself. You'll be with me.
I mean, you won't let me go into the desert without a grown-up along.
All right, then, if you're afraid.
I'm not afraid, but my father has spoken.
Okay.
I don't think the Captain Gallant would like you to be riding alone in the desert either.
He didn't tell me not to, did he?
No, but he is a grown-up, and grown-ups are strange about these things. I think you should ask him first.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care about anything. Not even Christmas. Nobody around here cares about Christmas but me, and I'm going out to find it for myself.
Come in. Find him?
No, sir, not a trace. Nobody's seen him.
I knew he was upset about Christmas, but I didn't think he was so upset he'd miss a meal.
I never heard of such a thing. It's plumb unnatural.
Andre?
Excuse me, Captain. This little one knows something.
Abdullah, have you seen Cuffy?
Yes, mon capitaine.
Where?
In the stable.
When?
2 hours, maybe 3.
What'd he say?
He said he was going to find Christmas.
The caravan.
That sounds like it. Sergeant,
Oui, mon capitaine.
saddle my horse. I'm going after it.
Tout de suite, mon capitaine. Only,
Yes?
I request permission to go along with you.
Oh, that won't be necessary, Sergeant. He can't have gone very far.
Excuse me, sir, for saying so, but this time I think the sergeant's right and you're wrong. You see, sir, I saw Cuffy cross the compound. He was probably on his way to the stable then, but I didn't know. But what I do know, sir, I never seen a bull with his lip out as far as his.
What do you mean by that, Fuzzy?
Just this, Captain. Cuffy ain't out for no promenade. He's probably spurring that pony for all he's worth. No telling how far he's got by now.
I think Father is right, mon capitaine.
Saddle 3 horses, Sergeant.
Oui, mon capitaine.
Hey, where are you going?
Monsieur, there's no duty today.
Tonight's Christmas Eve, mon vieux. Not even the Legion works today.
Sure, I know, and tomorrow's Christmas. And I aim to see it's a merry one.
I don't get you.
Cuffy's gone and got himself lost out there.
What do you mean he's lost?
I'm telling you, the poor kid's lost.
The desert is a big place.
A very big place.
Well, Baba, this is as far as we can go. There isn't another oasis out there for nearly 100 miles. And it's too late to get back to the fort. So we just gotta camp out here tonight. Well, Baba, I guess I better get some more wood. Don't worry, Baba. That was just a bird. I think. I hope you had a good dinner, 'cause I sure didn't. There's only green dates on those trees.
Hey, partner!
Uncle Mike! Gee, am I glad to see you, Uncle Mike.
Are we glad to see you?
Boy, what happened to you? It's a good thing the Colonel isn't here. There's one thing he can't stand, it's an untidy legionnaire.
Do I look better now?
Uh-huh.
You had your dinner yet?
No, not exactly.
Here, chop down on this chocolate fire while I wrestle up some hot chow.
Gee, thanks.
Pretty puny fire you got there.
I was just going out to get some more wood.
Yeah? You stay here with the captain. I'll find some.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, you should be, Cuffy. You had us all worried. You know, anything might have happened to you out there in the desert, alone at night.
I know.
Didn't you think of that before you left the fort without permission?
No, sir. I was just thinking about Christmas. I thought if I could find a caravan, I could bring in the presents myself.
Christmas is a lot more than Prince Cuffy.
I know it's turkey and snow and Christmas trees.
And it's a lot more than that. It's peace in the hearts of men of goodwill everywhere. It's love for your fellow man.
Yes, sir.
Right now, there are a dozen men out there in the desert. They're not spending a comfortable Christmas Eve in their barracks. They're out there in the dark and the cold. Do you know why, Cuffy?
No, sir.
Because they're men of goodwill. They weren't assigned to this duty. They volunteered. Because they love you, Cuffy. There can be no greater Christmas present than that.
Gee, I'm sorry.
I'll be glad, Cuffy, that there are men like that in the world.
Freeze, mes braves. Are you all right, Cuffy?
Fine.
Well, it's been quite a night, Moonty.
Are you well, my friend?
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry I put you to all this trouble.
No matter, Cuffy. As long as it goes well with you.
We'll camp here tonight, Sergeant. Pick up the horses, pass the word to the other men.
Oui, mon capitaine.
Come on in. Gather around the fire.
A fine Christmas Eve I made for everybody. Stuck out here on this desert.
First Christmas Eve was on a desert just like this, Cuffy.
Without any snow or Christmas trees?
No snow. No Christmas trees. Just sand and oases and little towns of mud brick. Towns like Oradon and Zagora and Ouazizzat. Only this town was called Bethlehem.
Where's that?
On the eastern edge of this very desert, over beyond Egypt, in a land that's called Judea. And now it's called Holy. It was on a night like this, nearly 2,000 years ago, that a man named Joseph and his wife Mary came to Bethlehem to pay their taxes. And it was a long, hard trip, because Mary was expecting a baby very soon. It was late when Joseph and Mary got to town. There wasn't any room at the inn because a lot of other people had come to town to pay their taxes. And Joseph was worried. He couldn't ask Mary to sleep out on the desert under the circumstances.
And then what happened?
Well, that night in that stable in Bethlehem, Mary's baby was born.
Jesus?
That's right. A lot of strange things happened the night that Jesus was born. Another angel appeared in the sky above some shepherds who were watching their flocks. And a star appeared in the east. And 3 wise men saw that star and knew that it meant the King of the Jews had been born. And they followed the star all night across the desert until it stood still above the town of Bethlehem. And they knew that it was here they would find the baby Jesus, lying in a manger, wrapped in swaddling clothes. The Prince of Peace, the Son of God, born in circumstances more humble than any ordinary man. And the wise men came, and they saw, and they worshiped. And they brought gifts, presents of gold, and frankincense, and myrrh.
And those were the first Christmas presents? That gold and that other stuff?
Not exactly, Cuffy. The first Christmas present and the greatest was Jesus himself, who brought to all men the promise of peace, the example of sacrifice, and the lesson of love.
Cuffy, everybody, come here. Now for that good old Christmas dinner, Cuffy, come on.
Listen to it, all right?
I have an idea. I have a surprise for you. Merry Christmas, Sergeant.
Joyeux Noël, Cuffy.
Merry Christmas, Sam.
Merry Christmas, Cuffy.
Merry Christmas, Luigi.
Buon Natale, Cuffy.
Merry Christmas, Joe.
Joyeux Noël, Cuffy.
Merry Christmas, Hank.
Fröhliche Weihnachten, Cuffy.
Merry Christmas, Igor.
С Рождеством Христом, Cuffy.
Merry Christmas, Bernard.
Joyeux Noël, Cuffy.
Merry Christmas, Fuzzy.
Gee, thanks, Cuffy.
Merry Christmas, John.
Merry Christmas, Cuffy.
Merry Christmas, Uncle Mike.
Merry Christmas, Cuffy. Fuzzy. Sergeant.
the nicest Christmas I ever had in my whole life.
Oakley gets the entertainment bullseye every week with her hard riding. Straight shooting. And suspense.
Hi, Clem.
Howdy.
Is the train on time?
Yeah, it'll be here in 4 minutes.
Good. Oh, Annie, look at that rifle. It sure is big.
That's an old flintlock.
And that hog-leg pistol.
An old Captain Ball, Doug.
Gosh, they haven't used those guns since Daniel Boone. How can he be the world's greatest sharpshooter?
Well, some of those old mountain men are pretty good shots, Tag.
He's not half as good as you are.
Oh, looks like my young brother's my greatest booster.
Annie, your package came. It's inside on the counter.
Oh, thanks, Clem.
One for you too, Lofty. Your new Sunday shirt. Real pretty, too.
You mean you looked at it?
Well, not all the way. Just took a little peek.
Nothing to worry about, folks. I'm not here for a holdup. I'm here to prevent one. I'm D.K. Rodney, special agent for the Railway Express Company. That train's carrying an Army payroll bound for Fort Yuma. $55,000. The strong box will be unloaded here. It'll stay in that safe overnight, and tomorrow it'll go out again on the afternoon mail train.
What makes you think there might be a holdup?
Because Snowy Kringle's coming in on the same train.
He doesn't look like a hold-up man to me. He looks more like a Santa Claus.
Except this Santa Claus wears the gun. He knows how to use it. Shot a station agent in Dodge City. You can't always judge a man by his appearance, Miss Oakley. Sometimes a man's not what he seems.
Say, he shot a man in Dodge City and he's still on the loose?
Well, he was masked when he held up the diplo in Dodge. Wore a flour sack over his head. Cover his beard, I guess.
Is there anything we can do to help, Mr. Rodney?
Oh, thanks. I intend to camp right in this office as long as that Army payroll's in the safe.
I'm the Hotel Diablo. I'll take the thing, Mr. Kringle.
Oh, just the suitcase. I'll take the rifle myself.
My name's Ted Oakley.
Well, glad to know you, son.
Are you really the world's greatest sharpshooter? With that old muzzle loader?
Would you like to see how old Betsy works?
Sure.
Well, you just run down the road a piece, blow up this toy balloon, and set her adrift.
Gee, that was well, Mr. Kringle.
Hey, the old boy's almost as good as you are, eh?
Oh, no. He's better, Lofty. I could hit it with a carbine, but I doubt if I could hit anything with that old flintlock.
I'm all right, thanks. I wonder what happened to old Betsy.
Here it is, sir.
Oh, thanks, son.
Didn't even get hurt one bit.
Fine. I've only been in town a short time, and already I'm indebted to its people. Thanks, ma'am.
Oh, that's all right.
Which way is the Diablo Hotel?
It's right here, sir.
I couldn't see it for looking at it. You know, this Diablo dust kind of gets in a man's eyes. Yes?
Room service. I have your supper, sir.
Just a minute.
Shall I put it there, sir?
Yeah, fine. Just put it right down there, son. Well, that was mighty nice of you to bring my supper up here, boy. Wait, I got something for you.
Thank you, sir. Will there be anything else?
No, that's all. Didn't we meet somewhere before?
Yes. The runaway wagon, remember?
Oh, sure. How could I ever forget that?
Gee, these are nice boots. Even got your initials on them.
Yep, made to order. I had a pair stolen in Dodge City last month. Had to get a new pair. Pretty expensive.
Mind if I look at your revolver? Sure
Put
is.
that gun down! Didn't anybody ever teach you to keep your hands off loaded guns?
I'm sorry. My sister told me how
I don't care what your sister told you. Nobody touches my gun. Now get out of here.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
You heard what I said. Get out now!
Yes, sir.
Hi, Tang. How's the hotel business?
Got a 25-cent tip tonight.
Oh, business is booming. Annie, the country's headed for good times.
And it's time for all young hotel men to be in bed.
Something funny about that man.
What man?
Snowy Kringle. And Santa Claus, he was a nice guy. But then when I went to look at his six-shooter, he was different. Kind of mean, you know.
Well, Tag, you can't always judge a man by his appearance. Sometimes a man's not what he seems.
Somebody we met at the depot today said the same thing.
sack trash.
Tell that old man if he touches that telegraph key, I'll blow your brains out.
Clem, don't touch that key.
In the baggage room, both of you.
How do you get out of here?
You can't. There's bars on all the windows.
Snowy Kringle out there blowing us safe.
You think it was him?
Did you notice his boots?
No, but I noticed his gun. And it ain't no cap and ball gun.
You don't think he's stupid enough to use his own gun?
I'll see you in the morning, Lofty.
Good night, Annie. I'll put your horse away.
All right. It's a depot.
Hey, Andy, that sounded like... Go back to bed, Tag.
Put that light out. Kringle might shoot.
Are you hurt bad?
Oh, no, Annie. Now, just fine glass when he shot the lamp. It was Snowy Kringle, all right.
The deputy won't have to chase him very far. He'll head straight back for his hotel.
What makes you so sure?
Snowy Kringle always operates the same way. Flour sack over his head and blows the safe with a powder horn. If you go to his hotel, you'll find him pretending to be asleep. A fine old man who looks like Santa Claus. That's the way I found him in Dodge City.
Let's go wake up Santa Claus.
Just a minute, please.
All right, Grandpa. You're under arrest.
Arrest? What for?
That little job in Dodge City, another little job here in Diablo tonight.
The charges will be brought by Mr. Rodney, special agent for the Railway Express Company.
Leave that gun alone. That's my gun.
Not your gun anymore, Miss Kringle. This is Exhibit A in a holdup case.
You wait in the hall. I'll bring him out as soon as he's dressed.
But, sir, there must be some mistake. I heard the young lady say something about a holdup. I don't know what she's talking about. I swear I don't.
You'll find out soon enough. Get your clothes on and pack your bag, Santa Claus. You got a date to slide down a chimney tonight. Right into a cell at the Diablo jail.
Come on, whinny for me.
Get out off that horse.
Say, you got a badge. You a lawman?
What do you think I was chasing you for?
How did I know? I got $50 on me. I figured you was out for a holdup.
What were you doing at the Diablo Depot tonight?
Just riding past. I heard an explosion, and I heard a shot. I figured there was trouble, so I beat it. I'm a peaceful man. I don't like trouble.
How long do you say it's been since you fired this gun last?
Oh, about sundown, I shot a jackrabbit.
Oh? What do you do for a living?
Cowboy. On my way to Tucson to hunt a Jap.
Those are real fancy boots you've got. Initials and everything. What's your name?
Sam. Sam Kelly.
Might account for the initials on the boots. How are you going to account for the initials S.J. in your saddle?
Oh, I bought this saddle from a fella in Dodge. Name was Steve Jackson.
Well, that's one explanation. Another might be that you stole the saddle, or the boots, or both. Come on, get in your horse. We're going back to Diablo. Your horse ran off. We'll either have to catch him or you'll have a long walk back to Diablo.
Here's your breakfast, Mr. Kringle.
Thanks, ma'am, but I ain't hungry.
Well, this is nice and hot. Let me pour it for you. There you are.
Hey, Annie, I want to show you something. Look at that. He doesn't even have regular bullets in his gun. See?
It's birdshot.
I know, but why if he's a sharpshooter?
Shh. Come on outside, and I'll show you. Tag, run out in the street and toss this up in the air, just like you did for Snowy Kringle.
All right, Annie. Okay, Annie. Gee, you didn't even have to aim.
With this gun, you don't need much aim. I just fired your gun, Mr. Kringle.
I know. Well, I guess you know now. About my eyes, I mean.
Yes, I know. How long have you been using birdshot?
Almost 2 years now. Ever since my eyes started to fail me. I try to keep it a secret on account of kids like him. All over the country, they come to see my carnival show. They want to see the world's greatest sharpshooter. Fine sharpshooter I am. In another year, I won't even be able to hit a balloon with birdshot.
Tag, get his tray. There's no reason for him to stay in this jail cell.
Okay.
Tag, get his bag and take it over to the hotel. I'm dropping all charges against him.
Okay, Annie.
You're very kind, ma'am.
No, not kind. Just reasonable. You know, there's a certain railroad detective by the name of Rodney. He claims that you robbed our depot and then another depot in Dodge City.
I didn't, ma'am.
I know that. The gunman that robbed the two depots did some pretty fancy shooting. He shot a lantern right out of Clem Lancy's hand. And I know that with your eyesight, you wouldn't even be able to find a target like that.
With my eyes, I couldn't even see the depot.
Who's this, Lofty?
Fellow I caught last night out at Indian Rocks. His gun had been fired, and he tried to ditch this in the brush when I was chasing him.
It's a flour sack. Rodney said Snowy Kringle was wearing something just like this on all those holdups.
He also has a pair of moccasin boots, like Kringle's.
Hey, Mr. Kringle told me he had a pair of boots stolen from him in Dodge City. I bet that man stole them so he could use them for that holdup.
Were your boots stolen before the Dodge City holdup?
Yes, ma'am. They were stolen from my hotel room the night before.
I bet that man with those same stolen boots held up the Diablo Depot.
Yeah, the only trouble is I couldn't find that Army payroll box. I checked every inch of the road he took from the depot. No luck.
You're in a pretty bad spot. You'd better tell us where that strong box is.
I'll make him talk.
All right, I'm in charge now. Now drop those guns or I'll blast him apart.
I got you into this mess, ma'am. I deserve to be shot.
Now, all three, you're back in that open cell.
Don't listen to him, folks. Don't listen to... Let go of me! Come on, Jim. Let go!
Got that spare key on me someplace.
Maybe you lost it on the road last night.
Oh, there it is. Hurry up, son. Hurry up. Thanks, boy.
Tag, you stay here. Okay.
Boy, help me find my gun, will you?
Here it is.
Oh, thanks.
I'll loan you my horse. Wait till I catch him for you.
You're a lad after my own heart.
I'm in a jam.
You got yourself in a jam. What'd you come here for?
Because you still got the payroll box. Besides, you got me into this mess, and now you can help me get out of it. If I get caught, I'm going to tell them you were behind the whole thing. Two can escape better than one. When we leave here, it'll be together.
Well, Annie Oakley and that deputy still think I'm on their side. We can use that. Come on.
You think you ought to go after them? They're already out of sight.
Well, don't you worry, son. I still got ears. I can hear.
The outlaw's horse. He must be in the depot.
That's a westbound train. They don't know, but they're picking up 2 passengers.
It's a Sunset Limited. Don't ever stop here.
We'll stop today. Change your semaphore. What? You heard me, Dad. Let's red light that train.
The semaphore's changed. Somebody's flagging down the Limited.
Wonder where that railroad detective went.
Lofty, we've got to get that train straight through. Listen, there's a hand control on that semaphore. Do you think you could sneak down there and change it to a clear track?
If I can get that padlock off the box.
Wait a minute. I'll keep you covered.
Hurry up.
I'll meet you when the train stops. And don't forget my suitcase.
Under fire! It's me, Rodney!
Jackson took my gun.
Here, use this. Help me keep Lofty covered. He's gonna change that semaphore to a clear track.
Oh, no, he's not. Drop that rifle. You heard me, sister. Drop it.
Keep out of this, Mr. Kringle.
All right, get up.
It was just yesterday that you were saying to me you can't always judge a man by his appearance. Sometimes a man is not what he seems.
Major Paley, 7th Cavalry. I understand there's been some trouble here.
Well, there's no trouble now, Major.
I've been sent to escort the Army payroll the rest of the way to Fort Yuma. Right here, Major. I want to thank all of you. I understand there's some expert shooting done to prevent this robbery. Somebody shot a padlock off the semaphore. I don't need 2 guesses to know it was you, sir.
Oh, no, I wasn't even...
Oh, don't be so modest, Mr. Kringle. The Major knows that you're the world's greatest sharpshooter, don't you, Major?
Of course. We all know it. Don't we, Tag?
You sure are, Mr. Kringle.
There's a lot of nice people in this town, Major. I got only one complaint. This Diablo dusted kind of gets in a man's eyes.